Hey, what's up guys? This is Astranox. Let's showcase Kise in PvP. Let me show you her stats and her gear. Let's do it up, baby. I've been meaning to do a showcase of Kise ever since she got buffed. And now she is actually quite powerful. So let's put her to the test. She's got plus 14 skill ups. This skill number 3 is a single target attack. It increases the skill cooldown by 2 turns. If it doesn't get resisted, of course, of the target. And then she goes in stealth. The best thing is that she also gets barrier, and the strength of that barrier is proportional to the, her attack. So basically, when she's in stealth, she receives 50% less damage from attacks that hits everyone, AoE attacks. And since she has a barrier, if they don't break the barrier, she's gonna stay in stealth. And stealth is a very powerful mechanic. And not only that, it actually makes her skill number 2 deal a bunch more damage because you will penetrate the defense of the targets by 60%. So there is a weak spot. It's the downtime between skill number 3 and 2. And that is with the speed buff that I will have from Sinful Angelica. Hopefully it's not too long and we can put it to good use. But if you can use this hero against a team that has mostly single target damage dealers, then you can keep her in stealth, and this will boost her survivability by quite a bit. And she's definitely going to be a threat because when she starts using skill 1, especially with the soul burn, she deals 70% more damage when they are buffed. So it definitely starts to stack up, especially if you're starting to trigger some dual attack as well. So her stats are pretty high. Her speed is not as high as I would have hoped, but should be good enough. Almost 4,000 attack. Crit damage at 310. The crit chance will be at 100% because I have Midnight Bloom Artifact on my Sinful Angelica. 181 speed. I actually need like 190 plus speed, so I can actually go right after my combat unit as Booster Judith. But it should be... it should work. It should work, and that is her gear. She does have some effectiveness. 44% is definitely not as high as I would have hoped it would be, but let's see if it actually works out. She is on Portrait of the Savior, so she can do extra damage when the target is over 50% health. So we'll see how much damage she can actually do, and let me just show you the stats of the other heroes she will be with. So Briar Witch Isaria might be a hero I pair her with. The issue is that the Enable to be buff debuff, which will block, well, buffs from the enemy, meaning that I want them to have buffs so I can actually just deal more damage, 70% more damage with her skill number 1. So I might not use Briar Witch Isaria. We'll have to see. Sid, I need someone to deal damage before he goes because he's on Eliha's knife, but that is his stats if I decide to bring him. Spectre Tenebria is the hero I've been meaning to use with her because I have Tagil's Ancient Book, so I could reserve that for Soul Burning skill 1, and it could have that whole like stealth play going on with Spectre Tenebria not being hit by single target attackers, and then I have Judith going in stealth after using skill 3, and then Kise goes in stealth after using skill number 3, so they will be forced to attack Sinful Angelica. I want to try that out. It seems quite interesting. Seaside Bellona, I have her on a more a tankier build now, so if I do bring her, that is her stats. Of course, I will bring Sinful Angelica on Midnight Bloom, very nice, and the Triple S memory imprint, 10.2% attack increase is very helpful actually. Fallen Cecilia, if I bring her along, she's on a bruiser build, able to do quite a bit of damage with the Aureus, should increase the survivability of the team. Other hero that I can bring, I mean, I could use Adventure Raz, but I don't think I will in this video, but it could be a way to trigger dual attacks so she can just use that, have that crazy damage on skill number 1 happening quite often. And Judith, of course, my combat unit is Booster. She is on a super duper water gun shooter, so she can increase the team's attack and effectiveness, and it's actually quite good. So 289 speed on her, and that's pretty much it. I might use Dian. Let me just show you her stats. Okay, let's go in the arena and see how she performs. Okay, so now we are going to be using this team. We're kind of like in stealth, so they can't use single target attacks to hit Kise, Judith, or Spectre Tenebria because they're going in stealth. Spectre, she cannot be targeted by single target attacks. So let's go in here. And the question is, I think my Judith is going to get out of stealth before Charon actually goes. But let's actually see what happens here. So Kise is going before Spectre Tenebria. Is she going to be able to one-shot Arbiter Vildred with her skill number 3? Let's find out here. She's on Portrait of the Saviors. I want to try her out on Eliha's Knife. On a long battle. Oh, that's a lot of damage. So he's out of the picture. That's very nice. And now I can actually... I think Charon's going to go before Judith actually attacks, which is definitely something that I do want. And for who I'm going to... I'm just going to attack Charon. Let's just go for him here. So, perfect. Sinful. She's going to survive, of course, because she has immortality buff. And he's going to be losing... that's it. He's gone now. That's the end of him. Now we just need to grind these 2 heroes. And let's see what kind of damage we can do. Is she going to break the barrier? She didn't. I mean, it's a very... it's a pretty solid barrier, actually. Now we can... put this to good use. Okay, let's attack Fallen. So Spectre's the one being triggered in the dual attack. But that's okay. Let's try this S2 damage first. 16,000 damage. I think it did land a crit on Rowana. And she's on Aureus. So that's why it dealt that much damage to Fallen Cecilia. I don't know why I'm saving my souls. I want to try the soul burn on skill 1 with Kise, that's why. Oh man. Well, in the next one then. Let's see here the breakdown. Yeah, it's not bad. But if I use my soul for Spectre, of course she would have dealt more damage. Alright, she is on Portrait of the Saviors and Sid as well. So let's see here. I want to take out ML Ken using Kise. Let's see if she can do it. Okay, she goes first. I mean, there's no knight, no barrier, so should be able to do it easily. 22,000, 22.6. Yeah, it's okay. For the amount of like attack and crit damage she has, I feel like it's underwhelming. Because she doesn't have the soul burn on skill number 3. And that skill 3 does a lot of stuff. The barrier, the stealth, the cooldown, increased by 2 turns. So, yeah, I would say that's the reason why the multiplier is not so high. Because I really feel like her damage comes from longer battles. When you add up skill number 2 and skill number 1 with the soul burn, that's really when things start to become out of control. Yo, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. She had a buff, almost 12,000 without attack buff. That's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous right there. Okay, I want to see her in a longer battle now. Yeah, I mean, pretty close to 6 damage. I decided to change her build, make her faster. She was too slow before on Eliha's Knife. I want to go in a longer battle and really use that skill number 2 and that skill number 1 with the soul burns. So 226 speed. She'll have 100% crit chance, more effectiveness because of these boots here. And yeah, I mean, this should help with the damage. And let's see in action. Okay, no Judith in this one. Get buffed up. We got Fallen Cecilia for the small sustain, some extra damage, skill nullifier. Let's see. Can we take out Arbiter Vildred here on speed boots? Of course that happened. Now my Spectre, is she gonna get outsped? Yeah, Arbiter is going right after. Oh my god. Yo, this is gonna hurt. He's got a dag buff too. Okay, we're still alive though, so it's not completely terrible. Let's see, can we start dealing some real damage? At least he got stunned, but I don't think it's gonna change much. Alright. She's not in stealth. Let's try that skill 1 damage. Oh my god. It's pretty nice. That Eliha's knife was in play. Okay. Now did she use... She didn't use skill 3 yet, and that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. And Spectre is gonna get triggered in a dual attack, which is not cool. I think I want to attack Fallen Cecilia to trigger S3. Oh, I got a crit, so that's not bad. And I want to keep the souls for Judge. That's skill number 2 here, and she's buffed, so we can deal that extra damage. We don't have attack buff, but let's see. Well, that's after the barrier. It's not so bad. Now we have to oh my god, we have to worry. She's gonna revive. She's gonna revive Arbiter. We don't have enough damage. Oh my god. This is really bad. Not gonna provoke nothing. Now Arbiter, he comes back and that's the end for us. I don't know if we can win this. It's like I need like a lot of sustain in the team to make it happen. Okay, we're not totally done yet. Let's spot Arbiter again. I mean, I guess that's the play here. Oh my god, of course. Attack break on him. I really wonder if we were going to be able to pull through here. That Moonlight Dreamblade is like insane. Completely insane. We can skill 3 now, at least, with Judge. So, please, take him out of the picture. What a long battle, but we can really put her kit to good use now. Wow! I mean... Well, I don't know. Wasn't that high, actually. But that's after barrier. Oh, finally. Finally. Let's do it. With attack buff. I mean, it's not totally terrible. That is with 226 speed boots on her. So yeah, let's take out Fallen. I'm curious about the damage breakdown. Of course the evasion had to happen. Like, it's crazy, man. This is crazy. Who's gonna get... Spectre is gonna trigger the dual attack here. Yeah, it's okay. I love how Fallen Cecilia is staying alive because of the healing from Sinful. It's quite crazy. Okay, let's see. No attack buff. Of course. I thought I triggered him, so he didn't have the 100% evasion. Now Spectre is going to be the one called here because she's getting more and more attack as more heroes are going down. But let's see the breakdown here for the damage. She did okay. I mean, Spectre Tenebria is attacking 2 heroes at a time, so it's hard to sort of like beat her. Very hard to beat her. And she starts to like sort of snowball because she's getting more attack as the battle drags on. But let's see. Okay, that's good. Wow. Like similar. That's not bad at all. Considering how many times, like, there was like evasions left and right. I'm actually surprised here. I need to test her more. That's gonna be a long battle. I got sustained, so I think Fallen Cecilia is like the damage dealer in that team. Let's just go in stealth here. I kind of want to apply pressure on Fallen non-stop. She's pretty tanky. I mean, that's like a major stall team. But that's my way of finding a team that is, you know, it's gonna end up being a long battle, so I can put Kise to good use. Let's just get her skill 3 on cooldown. I want to compare her damage to Spectre Tenebria too. Show you guys if it's actually like good enough damage. Don't need to use the barrier just yet. Start to take off some skill nullifier. Okay. Now we can do some damage. Do I just use the S2 now? I still have stealth for another turn. And the attack buff. What if I just, you know, do that instead? So it's definitely a lot of damage. Was she at... I don't think she was at 100% health. So it did kick in. That... Oh my god, I forgot to take out skill nullifier. Messed that one up. Okay, let me attack her. That's it. It's gonna be an evasion anyways. Okay. Let's see that damage. Oh boy, evasions. Now she's out of stealth, so it's dangerous. If Cartuja like lands S3 on her, that's definitely not good. But it seems to be like between Dian and Fallen Cecilia, so I'm good. Now attacking someone that she doesn't have a buff, but I'm still going with the Soulburn on her. Yeah, getting the 70% more damage is actually a big deal. So Fallen, when she applies that barrier, that is definitely helpful. So I can just attack someone else. Need to have Elia's knife activated too, so I don't want them at full HP. No attack buff now. Just saving my souls. Just testing her damage. Okay, so I want to see if I can take out Fallen here. No attack buff. Yeah, I mean, it does so much damage. You just have to put it to good use. It has to be a target that is buffed. Okay, where's the revive? 2 turns. We're good. Just start working on Ruel now. Gonna unleash everything. Good. Alright. So the damage you will see is definitely not that high. 10,000. I mean, it's quite low. Quite low compared to a lot of heroes. It's definitely about doing team-wide damage with S2 and then like dropping those like S1s with Soulburn if you're triggering dual attacks and you know the target has a buff. or buffs, it's gonna go very well if they don't take her out. But she's in stealth, so you've got that going for her, like big survivability boost there. And you know, if you can bring some other heroes that go in stealth, like I'm using Spectre Tenebria, then it definitely helps to get the enemy team to attack my tankier heroes. Let's clean this up. Where is she? Oh, she's far. Okay, let's burn this. Oh, I wonder, am I gonna crit her? Yeah. God. It's so hard. Now I remember, like when I was using her back in the days, when I was hitting with skill 1 Soulburn against a target that had barrier. Man, I remember those crazy numbers, and like she was just like, what it's called? It's like a hot knife, you know, slicing through butter. Really, that's what it is. Now let's see the breakdown. Wow. I mean, Spectre's attacking 2 targets. I did use the souls mostly for Kise, but I did some soul burning with Spectre Tenebria. It's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad, man, when you start doing those S1s soul burned. Alright, so let me give you a quick review of Kise. I would say that having her on speed set is very good, because the faster she uses her skill number 3, the faster she's in stealth, and that does boost her survivability. And it also sets her up for that skill number 2. And if you have a high amount of speed, if you have a speed buff, then it will shorten that window, that moment between skill 3 and 2, so you can you have a higher chance to still be in stealth, because you do have barrier and you're taking 50% less damage from AoE attacks. And that skill 2 deals decent amount of damage against the whole enemy team. If they have a defense buff, if they're very tanky, that penetration of defense will come to great use. But really, it's like I've been saying in my fights with her, it's not about taking out someone and doing big damage with skill number 3. No, it's about setting her up for the rest of the battle, keeping her safe, and then you use that. Then the enemy might take a massive hit there, depending on who you're actually fighting. But when you start dropping those skill 1 soul burn, man, against a target that is buffed, that's where the damage is from. And when you have her on Elia's knife, man, the damage is completely nuts. And if you have hero or heroes that trigger duo attacks, like I was using Sinful Angelica, that will be very crazy, very, very powerful. You could be using Adventure Ras as well. And I mean, if Adventure Ras lands Defense Break on someone that is buffed and she's called in there with skill number 1, that target is most definitely going down. So that could be a good way to, a good partner for Kise. I would say, like, overall, like, it's hard to use her everywhere. Like in arena, I much prefer to just bring Sid, because he can just, you know, land a kill with skill number 3 and then get an extra turn, so he can potentially just take out 2 players, 2 heroes, and then like you've got the speed memory imprint, which is very, very strong. So I mean, he's only a 4-star hero too. But when it comes to like Guild War, you want to use her kit properly in longer battles. If you bring her in World Arena, Guild Wars, yeah, if you have a team supporting her, you got some sustain. You're maybe like I was using Spectre Tenebria, so she was staying, like she couldn't be targeted by single target attacks. And Kise, she was in stealth, so they had to attack, you know, a hero that is not in stealth. So with Judith in stealth as well, they had to attack my Sinful, and Sinful, she cannot die because she's immortal. So that's a good way to use her. So if you bring Kise in a battle that the enemy is taking a lot of like really tanky hero, a really thick team, and you bring her, she could be your soul damage dealer. That, I mean, they're not gonna ban her. and they might be surprised by how much damage she's actually doing. Of course, you're not going to be bringing her if the enemy has a bunch of earth heroes, but if they're going for light dark, if they're going for ice, and anything but earth, then you're good. You can just bring her along. And if they have a buffer, if the team constantly has buffs on them, then you can really get that insane damage on skill 1. And the souls, it's only 10 souls, so you'll be able to build that up pretty easily throughout the fight. You don't need Tagil's Ancient Book, because by the time you get skill 3 done into skill 2, and the enemy team, your team, I mean, you've built enough souls to just kind of like keep on soul burning skill 1. So I would say she definitely has her uses. Not a hero you can just bring everywhere and it's gonna work just fine. I would say like she shines the most in World Arena. If you, like I said, like you bring her against the right team, she can do wonders and really pull some amazing numbers. Like comparing her to Spectre Tenebria in terms of damage, like Spectre attacks 2 heroes when she uses skill 3 when it's on cooldown. And she does more and more damage as the battle drags on, and like Kise, she's able to like keep up with that because that skill 1 is just completely insane. You just have to make sure the targets they have a buff. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. I got playlists of all sorts for PvE and PvP, Arena, Guild Wars, guides to now tunes to the best for 62+, as well as best other guides for our early to mid game players. Join Discord, over 2,000 members. And check my second YouTube channel for more gameplay videos of Epic 7. But that's really it for this one. Good luck with all you do. I'm Astranox. Peace out for now.